Hello, children. Today I am here with you to discuss the topic direct and indirect speech. Now, you all must be wondering what is direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech, children, as we all know, is just simple narration. Whatever we want to tell, whatever we want, we are telling, whatever we are telling to someone, that thing is known as narration, and that thing is known as speech. So there are two types of speech. One is direct speech and one is indirect speech. Now let's study today, students, and I will try to clear your concepts through my video on direct and indirect. You will not face much confusion after seeing my video on direct and indirect. Now let's see what I am trying to tell you. Now here are two children. One child's name is Rajni, the other child's name is Meenu. Now Rajni said, "I go to school." Now Rajni is telling Meenu, "I go to school." Now said is reported verb, and whatever is there within these inverted commas is reported speech. It is very easy for you to remember. Whatever is there in inverted commas, you can say that it is reported speech. Whatever is there before the inverted commas, you can say that those are reporting verbs. First, with the sentence which is there, the part of sentence which is there within inverted commas, you can very easily say that that part of sentence is reporting speech, and the other half of the sentence which is outside inverted commas, that you can very easily say that it is reporting verb. Now, in order to change direct from indirect, two things must be very clear to you. As I have already told you, that two things you should be very clear of: what is reporting verb and what is reporting speech. I have made this concept very clear. I hope, children, that you would be able to understand what is reporting verb and what is reporting speech. Whatever part of sentence which is there within double inverted commas is your reporting speech, and whatever part of sentence which is there before those double inverted commas, it is your reporting verb. Now let's come down quickly to rule number 1. Children, when we talk about any concept of grammar, to learn that concept, rule is very important. But my dear children, I would like to tell you all that as far as the importance of rules are concerned, not only rules are important, practice is also very important. Even if you practice certain concept properly, I think you would not be required to go after rules so much. So children, I would request you all, whatever topic is being covered here in the class, please take out some time later in the evening and please study that topic at home also. And whatever concept has been showed to you here in the class, whatever written material is here in the video, please try to note that material down in your copy, so that when during the time of examination, when you revise, it gets easier for you. Now I hope everything must be clear to you. What is direct and indirect? Direct speech and indirect speech is simply narrating something to someone. That is direct and indirect speech. Now coming quickly to rule number 1, which says, if the reported speech is in present indefinite tense. Indefinite means when we don't know whether it has and the sentence has an end in itself. The whatever we are saying, does it have an end itself or not, then it means indefinite. Then when there is no limit to something, it means indefinite. Now first rule says, if the reported speech is in present indefinite tense, that is we change the reported speech to past indefinite. For example, I go to school. In such sentences, when changing from direct to indirect, first remove double inverted commas and replace it with that. Now, in children, now here comes a very interesting rule. After once you learn this rule, you will find all the questions on direct and indirect very easy to solve. First step which you should do in direct and indirect is, whenever you are given a direct speech, in order to convert that speech into indirect speech, remove the inverted commas and write that instead of inverted commas. As I have clearly stated over here, in such sentences, when changing from direct to indirect, first remove double inverted commas and replace it with that. It is as simple as that. Whenever the speech is indirect speech, you just remove inverted commas and put that, and after that we will see what we have to do after that, after removing the double inverted commas. Now, as I have written, the sentence was, Rajni said, I go to school. Rajni said that. Now double inverted commas is replaced by that. Now I have written Rajni said that. I will be replaced by she. Will be replaced by she. She is a subject. Now we are talking about Rajni, and in the above sentence, Rajni is also discussing about herself. Rajni is also telling about herself. So I will be replaced by she. Now here it is very clear. Rajni said, I will replaced by she. Rajni said that she. Let's see what we have to do after this. Go will be replaced by went. Since now why the word go will be replaced by went. Now let's see what is the rule. What does the rule says? Why we have to replace go by went? Now since go is in present indefinite, so while we are changing sentence from direct to while we are changing sentence from direct to indirect, present indefinite changes to past indefinite. After subject, we use second form of the main verb. Now it is very clearly written, main verb is go. Now subject is she. So second form of the main verb becomes go, and subject is she. And the rule says that whenever the sentence is in present indefinite, we change it into past in when we change it into past indefinite, and the verb which comes immediately after the subject changes into its second form. Now let's see what is the first form of go. First form of go is go, second form of go is went, and third form of go is gone. But now the rule says that we have to change this into second form of the verb. So what will we write? Rajni said that she went to the school. As I have already told you, whenever we remove double inverted commas, we replace it with that. Then I is the subject. When we change from present indefinite to past indefinite, I becomes she. Then I has been replaced by she, and then immediately after the subject, the verb that is there, we change that verb into we use second form of the verb. So go changes to went. Where did she go? She went to school. Now it must be very clear to you that this rule says. This rule says when the sentence is in affirmative, when it is normal sentence, then and we have to convert it into indirect speech, and if it is in present indefinite, then we have to change it into past indefinite by removing double inverted commas. We will put that, and after that we will change the subject. That is, if I is there, we will write she. If he is there, if you is there, we will write he or she, whatever it is, depending upon the gender we will decide. And then after that we will write the second form after the subject. Immediately after the subject, we will use the second form of the reporting verb. Now I hope it must be very clear to you all. Now let's see few sentences. These sentences will make this concept more clearer to you all. Now see, the bird said, I read in the morning. The girl said, sorry, the girl I read in the morning. The girl is saying that she reads in the morning. This I am explaining to you, but whenever we are changing this read in the morning, it is indefinite. Doesn't know, we don't know when she reads and when she doesn't read. She is stating something which has no end to in itself. So that's why whenever we are changing from present indefinite, we have to change the sentence into past indefinite. That will be indirect speech. And now when I have told you the rule says that whenever we are changing it into indirect speech, firstly we will remove double inverted commas, and we will use instead of double inverted commas, we will use the word that. The girl said that she read in the morning. The girl said that she read in the morning. The girl will remain as the girl. We will copy the reporting verb. We will copy as it is, and then only the inverted commas will be replaced by that, and then I will become she, because I is referring to the girl. So I will become she. Now see, students, you must be wondering why ma'am has written read in the above sentence also, and when again it has been changed into indirect speech, again ma'am has written read. Read's first form, second form and third form are first and second form are same. They are just pronounced differently. Whenever we are writing read in first form, then we write then we write and read it as read. But whenever we are writing it in second form, we write it as read and we read it as read. So we will write, the girl said that she read in the morning. In the morning is copied as it is. Now I hope it must be very clear to you. Now another sentence is, they said we play football. Now they, who are they? We don't know who are they. So they will remain they is not going to change. Whenever when we change the subject of the reporting speech, it will remain the same, because they, we don't know who are they, so we will write they itself. They said that they play, second form of play is played, so we will write they played football. Now the boy said, the teacher teaches me. The boy said that the teacher, we cannot change the teacher because we don't know who is the teacher or what is the gender of the teacher, so it remains same. The boy said that the teacher teaches, second form of teaches is taught. The boy teacher said that the teacher taught him. Me becomes him, because we are talking about a single boy. That's why in place of me we are using him. Now I hope it is very clear to you all. Let's see few more sentences. Now all the above sentences are in affirmative. Now sentences, let's see few sentences. Now students, let's see few sentences which are different from the above sentences. You might get confused while solving these sentences, but I will try to clear your doubt by discussing these sentences as well. The first sentence says, the teacher said, the sun rises in the east. Now, as I have already told you, that whatever part of the speech is before double inverted commas, it is reported verb, and whatever part of the speech is after is within double inverted commas after reporting verb is reporting speech. Now the teacher said that the sun rises in the east. Now you must be wondering why ma'am has copied the same sentence from the reporting speech over here in indirect speech also. Now here the rule implies that whenever in reporting speech there are universal truth, the truth that doesn't change with time, then we don't change the tense, and they remain in their original form in indirect speech also. Now let's see another example. The father said my father said honesty is the best policy. Now Students, honesty will always remain the best policy. It is not that it will today only it will be the best policy and after few days some other policy will become the best policy. It is universal truth, so it will not change. My father said that honesty is the best policy. Now these are some statements, these are some universal facts which doesn't change over time, so we don't change their tenses whenever we are changing such sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. Now students, thank you so much. I would be back with another part of my video on direct and indirect speech. Hope you have enjoyed it and your concept on whatever has been taught to you today is clear. Thank you. Stay tuned till I upload another video. Thank you so much, students.